At some point in your life, everything will fall apart. The dream job you worked so hard for will slip through your fingers. The relationship you thought would last forever will crumble before your eyes. The business you poured your heart and soul into will collapse. The health you took for granted will betray you. And in that moment, when the weight of the world crashes down on your shoulders, when the pain cuts so deep you can barely breathe, when failure stares you in the face with cold, unforgiving eyes, you will want to quit. You will want to give up. You will want to surrender to the darkness and let it consume everything you once believed possible. But listen to me very carefully. On that day, when everything seems lost, when disappointment fills every corner of your mind, when loss becomes your closest companion, that is not the end of your story. That is where your real story begins, your worst day, your lowest moment. When you're lying on the floor of your life, broken, beaten, wondering how you got here. When you're tired of fighting, tired of trying, tired of failing over and over again. When you're broke, not just financially, but spiritually, emotionally, drained to the very core of your being. When you feel lost in a world that seems designed to crush your dreams and mock your ambitions. I know that feeling. That crushing weight in your chest when you realize you're not where you thought you'd be by now. When everyone around you seems to be winning while you're stuck in the same place, making the same mistakes, facing the same demons day after day. When your family looks at you with concern in their eyes. I'm when friends stop asking about your goals because they've heard the same excuses too many times. Your worst day. When you look in the mirror and don't recognize the person staring back at you. When the fire in your eyes has dimmed to barely a flicker. When hope feels like a luxury you can no longer afford. When every morning feels like a battle just to get out of bed and every night feels like a defeat. But here's what I need you to understand. What I need you to hold on to with every fiber of your being. Just hold on one more day. Just one more day. Because tomorrow, something could change. Tomorrow, that opportunity you've been waiting for could knock on your door. Tomorrow, that breakthrough you've been praying for could finally arrive. Just hold on one more day. A blade becomes strong in fire. Think about that for a moment. A piece of metal, ordinary and unremarkable, is thrust into flames so intense they would destroy almost anything else. The metal doesn't choose the fire. It doesn't want the heat. It doesn't ask for the pressure, but in that furnace, under that incredible pressure, something magical happens. The impurities are burned away. The weakness is forged out. What emerges is not the same piece of metal that went in. It's stronger, it's sharper, it's transformed. You are that blade, and right now, you're in the fire. The pressure you're feeling, the heat that's threatening to break you down, the intensity that makes you want to give up, that's not your destruction, that's your transformation. Every setback is hammering you into shape. Every failure is burning away what doesn't belong. Every moment of pain is forging you into something stronger than you've ever been. The diamond doesn't complain about the pressure. It doesn't cry about the darkness. It doesn't beg to be left alone. It endures. It transforms. And when it emerges, it's not just carbon anymore. It's something precious, something valuable, something that can cut through anything. That storm you're walking through right now, it's not trying to destroy you. It's trying to reveal you. It's trying to show you what you're really made of. It's trying to teach you that you're stronger than any wind that tries to knock you down, more resilient than any rain that tries to wash you away. You're not a failure unless you quit. Read that again. You're not a failure unless you quit. Failure is not falling down. Failure is staying down. See, failure is not getting knocked out. Failure is not getting back up. Failure is not losing the battle. Failure is surrendering the war. Failure is part of the process. It's not the end of the process. Every person who has ever achieved anything great has failed more times than you've even tried. They've been rejected more times than you've applied. They've been knocked down more times than you've stood up. But they understood something that separates winners from quitters. Failure is feedback, not a verdict. Getting knocked down is normal. It's expected. It's part of the journey. Champions don't avoid getting knocked down. Champions get really good at getting back up. They get comfortable with discomfort. They get familiar with failure. They get intimate with pain, and they use all of it as fuel for their fire. You will fail. You will fall. You will get hurt. You will be disappointed. You will be rejected. You will be told no 1,000 times. People will doubt you. People will laugh at you. People will bet against you. And that's okay, because none of that defines you. None of that determines your destiny. None of that decides your worth. What defines you is how you respond. What determines your destiny is what you do next. What decides your worth is whether you get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. You are stronger than you think. So much stronger than you give yourself credit for. You've survived every bad day you've ever had. You've overcome every obstacle that's tried to stop you. You've pushed through pain that would have broken other people. You've endured loss that would have destroyed weaker souls. You face fears that would have paralyzed lesser hearts. Look at your track record. Look at everything you've already survived. Look at every mountain you've already climbed. Look at every valley you've already walked through. You're still here. You're still breathing. You're still fighting. That's not luck. That's strength. That's resilience. That's the warrior spirit that lives inside you. What if you refuse to quit? What if giving up was simply not an option? What if surrender was removed from your vocabulary? What if you decided right here, right now, that no matter what happens, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how much it hurts, you're going to keep going? What would your life look like in 5 years? What would you accomplish if you knew you couldn't fail? What dreams would you pursue if you knew that quitting wasn't possible? What version of yourself would emerge if you committed to never giving up? You are stronger than you think, more capable than you believe, more resilient than you imagine. The power that exists within you is not some mystical force. It's real. It's measurable. It's proven by your very existence, by your survival, by your presence here right now. In your darkest moment, your breakthrough is coming. Right now, while you're reading these words, while you're feeling this pain, while you're questioning everything, your breakthrough is being prepared. Your victory is being arranged. Your triumph is being orchestrated. This might be the best thing that ever happened to you. What if this setback is actually a setup? What if this failure is actually preparation? What if this pain is actually positioning you for something greater than you've ever imagined? What if losing everything you thought you wanted is making room for everything you're actually supposed to have? In your darkest moment, when you can't see a way forward, when hope seems impossible, when the future looks bleak, that's when miracles happen. That's when breakthroughs come. That's when life surprises you with opportunities you never saw coming. Your darkest hour is just before dawn. Your greatest victory comes after your most devastating defeat. Your biggest breakthrough happens when you're closest to breaking down. Push when you're tired. Push when your body is screaming for rest. Push when your mind is begging you to stop. Push when every logical thought tells you to give up. Push when you're running on empty. Push when you have nothing left to give, because that's when you discover what you're really made of. Push when nobody is watching, when there's no crowd to cheer you on, when there's no audience to impress. when there's no recognition waiting for you, when it's just you and your commitment to yourself. That's when character is built. That's when integrity is forged. That's when champions are made. Push when it hurts. When every step forward feels like agony. When every breath is a struggle. When every thought is clouded with doubt. Push through the pain because pain is temporary. Push through the discomfort because comfort zones are prisons. Push through the fear because courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action in spite of fear. In the gym, the muscle doesn't grow during the comfortable sets. It grows when you push past failure. It grows when you do one more rep than you think you can. It grows in the pain, in the struggle, in the moment when you want to quit but choose to continue. Life works the same way. Your character doesn't develop during the easy times. Your strength doesn't build during the comfortable moments. Your resilience doesn't grow during the peaceful periods. It all happens when you're under pressure, when you're in pain, when you're being tested. Every failure is preparing you for success. Every rejection is redirecting you toward acceptance. Every closed door is guiding you to the open one. Every no is bringing you closer to yes. Every setback is setting you up for a comeback. Your thoughts control your reality. The conversation happening in your head right now is creating your future. The story you're telling yourself about your circumstances is becoming your truth. The beliefs you hold about what's possible are determining what becomes actual. Discipline your mind. Train your thoughts like you would train your body. Feed your mind with positivity like you would feed your body with nutrition. Exercise your mental muscles like you would exercise your physical muscles. Control your emotions. Don't let your feelings drive your decisions. Don't let your moods determine your actions. Don't let your circumstances dictate your responses. You are not a victim of your emotions. You are the master of them. You are the one who will make it, not because you're lucky, not because you're perfect, not because you have it easy, but because you refuse to quit, because you're willing to endure. Because you understand that temporary pain leads to permanent gain. You are the one who will break through, who will overcome, who will succeed, who will inspire others with your story of perseverance, who will prove that dreams don't have expiration dates, who will demonstrate that it's never too late to become who you're meant to be. Don't quit. Not today. Not when you're this close to your breakthrough. Not when you've come this far. Not when you've invested this much. Not when your future self is counting on the decision you make right now. It's not over until you win. Every champion was once a beginner who refused to give up. Every success story started with someone who decided to keep going when everything looked impossible. Every breakthrough belonged to someone who held on just a little bit longer. Now go prove it. Prove to yourself that you're stronger than your circumstances. Prove to the world that you're more than your mistakes. Prove to everyone who doubted you that they bet against the wrong person. Prove that quitters never win, but those who never quit always find a way. The choice is yours. The power is in your hands. Your destiny is waiting for your decision. What will it be?